Welcome students, myself Dr. Rupak Chakraborty, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science Engineering, GNIT, Kolkata. So today my topic is string in C++. So in our previous lecture we discussed regarding the array in C++. So after array we know the concept comes which is nothing but string. So string can be considered as a character array, and in C++ a separate string class is also available. So I am entering to the contents of my today's lecture. First of all, character array, then difference between string and character array, then various inbuilt functions of string classes, useful functions of string classes will be discussed. Okay, so first of all, character array. So character array, allow me to show this is the string class. Before coming to the string class, allow me to show you the concept of character array. There is a very slight difference between C and C++ character array. I am inside the directory 3, so nano character array dot cpp. GNU editor has opened, so I am just one simple example I want to show you. Then I am moving to the after showing this, I will show you the concept of the string class, right? So character array, no need to include the string header file, just namespace. Namespace is required, we know this. Sorry, main function. So character array, here is a character ARR. So size we have to mention, that is a 4. Now when it is 4, then we are only allowed to declare initialize three characters only, not 4, because for null character one extra size you have to declare at the time of declaration. So suppose A, B, then C, then slash n for null character. Yes, for null character, so there are 4, so including null character the size you have to mention. Now simply you can print it using for loop. Now simply using for loop you can print this. Already you know this, how to print it. Integer I is 0, I less than 1 2 3 4, that means it should be equal to 3, then I plus plus. So up to null we have to move our loop, and then we have to print the ARR of I, right? You may put space. So this is a simple one. This is a simple one. Just let me check whether for G++ CH ARR character array dot CPP. I think there is one error. Bracket expected. Oh my god. Bracket expected, it is telling. Oh, one mistake. There is a simple mistake I did. Okay, now I think it should work. So just is the simple format. Okay, so ABC, the difference, I think you have understood the character array between C and C++. The null character, whatever the null character you are declaring, that you have to include at the size at the time of declaration. So char 4. So it is a character array. So there is no such difference between C and C++ except the size of the null character. Right. Now I am moving to the string class. String class is available. It is an extra concept in C++. Additional concept you can see. So string, 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 it is a class, and this definition of this class you can find in the hash include a string in the string header file. So string cars 4. That means the string of 4. String means this is one string, this is string. That means the word is considered in programming language as a string. An individual is known as a character. So that means 4 strings we can declare inside a cards array. That is how we have declared the size and then initialize the values of cards, and we can access this, with the help of for loop, right? So yes, let me show you. What was it? Yeah, so here I have to, here I have to, yeah, string header file I have to include. Now instead of character array, so we can use the string class. So string, then cars size we can mention, that is 4. So that means 0 to 3. That means 0 to 3. So now we can initialize the value as well. So inside double quote we have to put, so what are the Volvo, then BMW, then Toyota, and then Suzuki, Ford, whatever. So these are the 4 values I have declared. Now yeah, less equal to 3, it is perfect. Yeah, 0 1 2 3, right, it is perfect. So now we can print this. Now we can print this, right? It is fine. So just compile this, run it. So fine. So this is the concept of string class. Right? So now we will focus between the differences of character array and accessing and changing elements. So that we can do, I think you know the concept. It is a very simple one. So the card 0 is this one, card 1, card 2, card 3, and we can change the value as well. So card 0 is the Volvo. So then we can reassign or re-declare, reinitialize the value, that is Opel. So when we will print this array, then Opel, BMW, Ford, Mazda. So now this is the concept, character array versus string class. So some comparison or some differences I have listed out over here. I am just explaining point by point. First one is character array is simply an array of characters can terminated by a null character. So you have, I already I have already seen this. Okay, character array must be terminated by the means by the end of the line or slash in null character, right? And string is a class, and we can create the objects. So whatever we created, that were the references or that were the objects of this. So string is a class which defines objects that be represented as a string of the characters, right? Size of this whole in string class, when we are defining the initializing the object of string class, it is not required to put any null means null means null character, right? So it is not required to put any null character to indicate the ending of the string, right? Size of the character array has to be allocated statically. Memory is wasted, because at that very beginning it is the drawback of array. I think we all this know, or we all know this concept. The drawback of the array is memory gets wasted, because at that very beginning, at the time of declaration of the array, we must have to mention its size, right? So there is a chance of wasting the memory. So that is why it is the statical means statically declaration. But in case of string, we can declare our string objects dynamically, as many as we want. So no concept of wasting comes here over here. Array decay, there is a threat of array decay in case of character array. So array decay concept comes when we pass array in function. When we pass array inside a function, then what happens, we can access the total array by passing the base address of the first element, right? And that can be accessed using the pointer, pointer. So the thing is, So the thing is actually there is a chance of wasting the memory, and there is a chance of mismatching the data type. So that is the concept of array decay. So the array decay concept can be applied, means it works in that character array concept. It comes the concept in character array, but no array decay concept comes in string class, because it is a dynamic declaration and represented as objects, not in the character, right? So implementation of character array, yeah, it is a faster than string. STD is the standard namespace. In that namespace, the definition of string is there. So that is why character array is faster compared to the string. Strings are slower when compared to implementation than character array. So it is a drawback of string class. Character array do not offer much inbuilt functions. Yeah, there is no such that much inbuilt function, except whatever you learned in C language, like string comparison, string concat, strcmp, strcat. So these all can be used in string classes, and some additional functions are also there, right? So character array doesn't support any kind of inbuilt function, only but in string classes there are a lot inbuilt functions. So string is the updated version of character array, you can consider like this. More advanced feature is there. Yes, some simple example you can see. Some simple example you can see. This that is how we can declare the, means it is an object you can consider. String is a variable, greeting is the variable of string class. So we have assigned the value to greeting. It is a hello, first name last name, that we can concatenate by using the plus symbol. By using the plus symbol we can concatenate. So when we will print the full name, the output should be John Doe, right? So that is how we can concatenate. Append function is also there, which I am showing you here. So by using the append function also we can concatenate to string as well. So the syntax is first name dot append then last name, right? Like that we can concatenate by using the append function to strings. And here also, if we concatenate the plus symbol, if I use here plus symbol, so as you can see that this double quote indicates it is a string, so the output should be 1020 instead of, if it is integer, or if you want the integer addition, then you have to convert this, cast it, then only you will get the integer addition. Okay, so plus symbol is used for concatenation. For string length, the standard function is the length, right? So that gives the output, calculate the length of the string and gives the output. In this example, there are 26 letters of alphabet have been put inside a double quotes. That means the output should be 26. So size is the alias of length. Either you can use the length or you may use the size, right? Now some input functions, and before going to the input function one, let me show you one example how we can pass. It is an important one. Sometimes you may be required at the time of programming to pass string or character array. You can consider character array or string you may require to pass inside a function. So I can show you nano pass string. Okay, CPP. Now let me show you this example. Some example I will show you today. String is not a very big topic. So sorry, IOStream I have already included. Now string. Now namespace is required, otherwise string will not be identified. Cout scene will not be identified. So now main. Achha, before writing main, I think prototype declaration of function should be there. I'm leaving the space for mentioning the prototype. Suppose one string, I can string str1 equal to hello. That is a string. Or multiple. Let me declare you the multiple string hello. And it is world, right? So two elements. Get close. Now I want to pass this string inside a function. Displays the function. I want to pass this string one. Simple, I can. So then when we are passing the display, then it should be string star pointer. Pointer is required to receive the address, because base address will be passed, that is the hello, the address of hello. Okay, so at the time of defining the function, also one pointer is required. Now on loop we can use to print this I0. So there are how many elements? Two elements. So that should be equal to 1 I plus plus. Now you can print normally. It should be s of I. It should be s of I. It should be s of I. Then space you may use. Fine. Handle not required. I think it should work. Void displays the prototype string. One pointer it is required because we are passing here the base address. Whenever we are mentioning the string name, that means we are passing the base address. Base address means hello is the base element. The address of hello will be passed here. That should be received by a pointer. And two elements are there. That is why loop should be should be iterated twice. And now we are printing the s of I. Let me check it. Let me check. Uh, Elite G plus plus, then pass string pass, sorry, pass str dot cpp. Let's see, there is one error we can see. Argument cannot convert. uh, 1 minute. It is string star, I think. Address, no address. What is happening? What is the, by default to address gets passed? Let me think. The prototype is this one. Yeah, it is required a prototype. There's a problem. Oh, so address actually, I thought actually in case of array, the base address automatically passes the base address, but here address side you have to mention. Okay, no issue. So that is how we can pass a string inside a function. Hmm. What happened? Terminate called after throwing an instance of length error. What is happening? Terminate cout s of I, and value 0. Base address is passed. Pointer I001. Oh, yeah, that is fine. Just a complicated one. Yeah, actually, willingly I have taken the complicated one. Okay, so it is showing some error. Okay, so I think you should try this type of example. I think you should try. Okay, fine. So I am taking the simple one. So I am taking the simple one. I don't know why I am getting the error. So you may check it. You may check it. Okay. So instead of a multiple, I am passing the simple one. So hello, I am passing. Can pass hello string. Hello gets passed. So now, so it's a simple one. It is a simple one I have used here. So hello is the output, right? Um, so let me try another time. I don't know why it is not working. I think it should work. Let me give another minute just trying this. It's important actually multiple string you may be required to pass, no? So that is why I am trying to show you okay, how we can pass multiple. Actually it is not required to pass this address, but when I am not passing this address, so this is giving some error. Where is the problem? Still it is giving me error in display string one. By default I think the address of this should be passed. I don't know why it is still giving error. No. Terminate call after throwing an instance of standard length error. Word basic string in create aborted code dumped. Length error I am getting. What is the length error? I am not able to understand this. It's length error. So zero element, then first element. Uh, Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I don't know where is the problem. Give me a minute. Let me check it. Problem is type. Yeah, it's a very simple one. No, it will not work. Okay, that example you can see. Okay, that example you may see, yeah, it is working perfectly. See, display is a function and string is the pointer, because it is going to receive some the three type declaration of three, and then we are passing the string the base address of AA. So the pointer is required to receive the base address. Then we are traversing a loop for three times 0 1 2, because there are three elements, and now it is successfully, it should print. uh, So you can see here that is how we can pass some strings. Okay, that is how we can pass a bunch of strings at the time in the function. So this is a simple one by passing character array in a function. So we can do the even simple integer array we can pass in a function like that way. So now I am moving to some of the input functions. So the main thing is how we can take input in a string. So first one is the get line function. You can see the get line function, push back, pop back. So I will show you some of the hands-on example of these functions as well, right? I have code with me, so I will show you operators on string input out input functions. The first one is the get line. So the get line is function is used to store a stream of characters as entered by the user in the object memory. So it is used for taking the input. Okay, and pushback is used to input a character at the end of the string, and pop back it is used to delete the last character from the string. Okay, so in that input functions, it can be input functions, there is a list of three functions: get line, pushback, and pop back. So just see the example. Just see the example. So we can see the input function dot cpp, that I will show you. See, you can see here I have first of all declared one string, then the getLine function that will ask for input from the user. Okay, C in, we have to pass the syntax is first you have to pass the C in, then the string. Whatever you will give input, so that will be stored inside the string str variable. The initial string is that will be displayed, and string variable we have printed out. Whatever we will give as input, that will be displayed over here. And push back is, so that means one extra character, that is s will be added at the end of the string. And so that has been successfully added or not, that we can check after again printing cout, using cout and printing that string. Then pop back, the last character will be deleted. So whatever the string you enter at that very first moment, so at the very last output we will get that same one. So now use here G++. Okay, now input time. So time is my string. So the initial string is time, the string after pushback is times, and the string after pop back is the time. Okay, so the so ace has been added as a push back. It has been pushed into the stack, and then time. So that last character has been popped out as well. So that is the example of input functions. Now next one is the capacity functions. Are there some capacity functions? First one is returns the capacity allocated to the string, which can be equal to or more than the size of the string. So I will show you the example. Resize the function. This function changes the size of string. Size can be increased or decreased. Okay, that means we can resize. Okay, and string to fit. So it is used for decreasing the capacity of the string and makes it either equal to the size or less than the original size. So under the capacity functions, there can be three: capacity, resize, and then string to fit. So example, I will show you one example. Let me show the example. Capacity in nano. So you can see one string has been declared. Gigs for gigs is for gigs. So that is the, actually I have taken the example from gigs for gigs. So it is the string that has been mentioned. The initial string is the string will be printed out, and then we can resize it to 13. So that means the first 13 character, that is gigs for gigs, will be displayed. So we can resize the string using this resize method. Then the string will be printed out. The capacity of the string should be less, so that means capacity will be 13. First of all, whatever it was, then it should be decreased to the 13. First of all, the capacity 13, 14, 15, 12. First of all, it was 26, then it will be reduced to 13. Okay, the length of the string is the string of length. So using length or size, we can display the original length, so that should also print the 13. After that, string to feed. The string to feed means it will try to string to feed means it will try to reduce the size. Okay, it will reduce the size, and then again we have printed out using the capacity. So just let me check the output first. Now see, the initial string is the gigs for gigs for gigs. The string after resize operation is gigs for gigs. Okay, so that means up to 13. So this up the length of this is up to 13. Then the capacity of string is, first of all, it was 26, the length is 13, and the new capacity will be reduced to 15. Okay, I told, as we have used the string to fit, the string to fit, and as is, it has also counted the spaces, two spaces. So that is why the length of the string is the 15. Okay, so these are the capacity functions: capacity, resize, and string to fit. Now moving to the iterator functions. There are some iterator function. Iterator is the concept of object. Iterator is an object here. Okay, it is used in C++. So using the iterator, there are three functions: begin end, reverse begin, and reverse end. So we will see the example of what is the role of begin, end, reverse begin, and reverse end. I will write down the hands-on code. This function returns an iterator to beginning of the string. This function returns an iterator to end of the string. Actually, iterator means what? Iterator works same like a pointer, means it points the particular address, particular location. Okay, whatever the pointer does, it points one particular location of a block. So iterator does the same, it points on the location of an object, and that object gets printed using the iterator as well. So using the for loop you have to use for printing, or that pointer you have to print. Okay, so see the example first. See the example first. So nano iterator, that is, I'm writing itr dot cpp. Let me write the code first. Namespace One string we can declare, we have to declare first. Hello world is the string name. Now we have to declare the iterator. Iterator. String iterator. Iterator is it. One variable or pointer. Pointer is the it. Right? Now copy this. So we have to declare one reverse iterator as well. Reverse iterator as well. Fine. Now we can display this. Forward iteration. On for loop, I told you we have to use for loop. Now this string str begin method we are calling iterator not equal to end, not equal to end. Then iterator, it is nothing but a concept of a pointer. It is a pointer. You can think that is a pointer. Printing the iterator and new line. Copy this line. With this line. Copy this line as well. Now reverse iterator I will show you. This is for forward. It's for reverse. Reverse iteration. Or reverse iteration means it will reverse the string, right? It will reverse the string. So variable is it. There it is, reverse end. Reverse begin, reverse end. Okay. RIT. RIT. Okay. So now we should check it is perfect or not. Yes, it should be ITR. Error. Bill. Yeah, one I can see one mistake. And then where is error? R iterator. RIT. RIT, yes, RIT is a pointer of reverse iterator. It was declared in this code. Did you mean IT? No, it has been declared. No, no, it is written, not declared in this code. Mistake. So, hmm, I think it should be reverse iterator. It should be reverse iterator, right? The inbuilt iterator is there, that is reverse iterator. See, the string using forward iteration is hello world, and that has been totally got reversed. So again, I'm opening the program. So it should be reverse iterator. So iterator is a standard object, as well as the reverse iterator is also one standard object. So I thought it is the R iterator. So it is not R iterator, it is a reverse underscore iterator. You have to remember. So it is the actually standard object. So that, so you can create the pointer of different pointer. IT is the pointer of iterator, and RIT is the pointer of the reverse iterator. Okay. And actually this std is the namespace, this string, and this is also declared in that namespace, this iterator and reverse iterator. So I thought it was R underscore iterator. That is why begin, end, R begin, reverse begin, and reverse end. So these are also declared using inside the IO stream. Okay, so that is how we can use the, so that is how we can access one string forward in forward direction, as well as we can access the string in reverse direction as well. Hmm. Now last one, string manipulating function. String manipulating functions, there is two string manipulating functions. One is copy, another one is the swap. So I will show you the example of copy and swap. Just see the syntax of the copy. So character array, length, and position, that means three arguments. The copy function takes three arguments, and swap function doesn't take any argument. So it copies the substring in any target character array mentioned in its arguments. Okay, so there is a string, the substring, if you want to copy to any target array, that can be, that is possible. It takes, I already told, it takes three arguments: target character array, length to be copied. Length to be copied means from which place to which place that length you can copy, and in string to start copying. Okay, so just see the hands-on example. So that is the last topic for today's. Let me show you. uh these are manipulating, so CPP. So whatever you have done in your C language, so that you can again brush it up in C++. So whatever the added thing or extra thing that has been, that is there in C++, I want to actually give you idea on this. So manipulating function, right? Oh, so one string, allow me to declare one string first. First of all, example of copy. Okay. Hello students, learning C++. Then another student box. So one target character array we may declare. Target character array we may declare. Now using the copy function. So first how many? 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to copy the first five characters, right? Where I want to copy? Line side ch. How many? Now 5, and then 0. Position, it is in 0th position, that is why 0. So if you want to copy this learning, then the position would be 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 4, 8. So you may use here. See what happens. Okay, now we can display this. Copied char arrays. Okay, that is the copied character array. Now swapping also, we can swap as well. Sorry, first string before swapping. Let me do it fast, running out of time. Second string before swap, before swapping. Okay, now we can swap. Okay, in the swap function, str1 dot. The content of string 1 will be inserted to string 2, and the content of string 2 will come to string 1. Now copy this. Fine. Just after. Okay. So now check the output. Check the output. Control G++. Many. What's the error again? What are the error expected before token? Where it is? Character arrays. Copied character arrays. Let me check. Copied character arrays. Oh, okay, okay. Control X. Now compile. Now see the output. So LLO stud. So what I have given, I gave 5. I gave na HELLO. Okay, 0 1. Okay, so for copying it is. So it has started to copy it from second position, right? So that LLO means 0 1 2. From second position it had started to copy it 2 3 4 5 and then STUD. Okay, let me check the program again. Uh, I have given here 8, so that means it will start from copying to that position, the 0 1 2. So 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 up to STU. Up to STU, I think it should be the output. Let's check from LLO, from a STUD. Okay, up to 8 character. Now again, let me count. From second position, that means 0 1 2, from here to 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, from 0 to 7. From 0 to 7, that means the 8 character. That means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, LLOSTUD. So yeah, it is perfect. It is perfect. You can see LLOSTUD. So from that position you have to mention, and up to how many lengths, so that also you have to mention, and that should be stored inside the character array. Successfully it has been stored. Now swapping, just check it. Hello student earning C++ student rocks, that is the content of string 1 and string 2. After swapping, string 1 is containing the student rocks and second one is containing hello student learning C++. So these are the methods of new additional methods of strings in C++ we have discussed, right? So whatever the contents we have discussed, just I want to brief it. uh, the contents were the iterator functions, some of the string functions, the iterator functions, manipulated functions, capacity functions, input functions. So I have showed you with the help of example as well, string length and alias of string length, append function, concatenation, declaration, how we can declare an initialized value, what are the main differences between character array and string class, how string class is advantageous over character array, how we can access and changing elements using for loop, multiple words, multiple strings we can also access using the for loop, how we can pass string and character array in a function. Single array we can pass easily, but when we want to pass some multiple strings, so that also we can pass. Then pointer we have to use, and then for using the for loop we have to access this. Okay, so these are the things today I have discussed. So that's all for and string comparison, string copy, string concatenation, that also you can use, that have already you have learned in C language as well. Inside string header file, that definition of all these functions you can find. So that's all for today's lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss structure, pointers, concept we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, so that is the end of today's lecture. So bye for now.